Ouch.
Shove the grenade up your ass.
So why is Wreck-It Ralph shooting people with guns?
Oh yeah, he kind of
Isn't
looks
that
like
his whole
Wreck-It Ralph.
He
He looks
wrecks
like
it.
Wreck-It Ralph, like the gritty reboot.
The gritty reboot of
Wow.
Wreck-It Ralph.
Vanellope's dead. I must avenge her.
A new Disney
That's
Plus
Vanellope
original.
talking to him in his dreams.
Yeah, there she is. She's the
You
freaky,
get stuck in
freaky,
the edgy
freaky
car
lady.
reality.
Those eyes, though.
Who was that?
Find me, Ralph.
Find me, Ralph. I need help.
I need you to come find me.
You're my only hope.
I'm Sarah Silverman.
My only hope. Come save me.
Oh, bitch, it's her. Oh, bitch.
I'm in mortal
Oh,
danger.
bitch,
I could
it's
die at
bitch
any
again.
moment.
And then
Swearing.
he finally finds her, and she's a hologram, and King Candy's like, I tricked you. She's not real.
That twist with King Candy, though.
Yeah, right?
Did you not know that?
I
going
did
into
not know that King Candy was the
Oh,
other
nice.
thing.
Turbo.
What Turbo. I guess there
Turbo-tastic.
aren't really spoilers for this movie anymore. It's been out
No.
for years.
What's the rule? Like a couple of years?
Turbo-tastic.
When
I think
is
the rule. I think the rule is like. Well, I think the rule is if it has a sequel.
Yeah.
As soon
Well,
as
if it
there's
has
a sequel,
a
it's
sequel,
not.
then it's like, oh yeah, you should have seen it by now.
Because typically, like the stuff in the sequel, will it's
Carry over.
it's like being mad at someone not knowing that Fiona becomes an ogre in Shrek, like in Shrek.
Oh my god.
No,
because
what?
I didn't know that.
Spoilers!
Come on.
Because Shrek 2, she's an ogre the whole time, and the rest of the movies are about her being an
November
ogre.
2nd,
Yeah.
It's not very
2012.
nice
True.
to say.
What?
It's been out for 7 years.
Yeah,
7
so
years?
if people haven't seen it yet, that's on them. Like it was on
That's
me.
a them
How old
problem.
does
So now
that
I've
make
seen it.
Penelope?
Ooh.
No.
Well,
Ooh.
she's still like 8 years old in the one
Ooh.
that came out last year. So don't just look up Sarah Silverman nudes. It's the same thing. Just
Oh.
Photoshop little pieces of candy in her hair. It's fine.
No way.
That's
This
not
is-
I'm out on
Entering.
She
Vanilla.
got to do a sprinkle fight.
I hate
Principal
Sarah
alone.
Silverman.
Sprinkle fight!
I'm not a fan of Sarah Silverman. Her acting or her stand-up is really bad.
She worked really well for
Ooh, I'm
Penelope.
taking
though.
a stand.
I find her annoying.
Okay,
I find
listen.
you annoying.
I like Wreck-It Ralph.
you can shit on Moana, but Wreck-It Ralph is the line.
That's
the line where the sky meets the sea.
You
I'm
can
not
shit
s-
on Wreck-It Ralph and Moana's
Shit on
the
Wreck-It
line.
Ralph.
Moana
Shit
is
on
the
Wreck-It
line.
Ralph. It'll be funny.
Hey
I
Richard,
am
For a
he
good
thinks
video.
Moana's
I'm
only
gonna.
average.
right now.
No, that's fair.
Wreck-It Ralph is a decent movie at best.
Wreck-It-
Oh,
Boom.
no.
Change
Fireball. Change
my mind.
Clarify my point.
I got strangely quiet.
So you need to set up a table. Wreck-It
Sir,
Ralph is a decent
sir, I
movie
don't
at
need
best.
Brendan
Change my mind.
Shapiro in the house.
Brendan Shapiro.
Oh yeah,
Destroying
Brendan
people with
Shapiro.
facts.
That's
Destroyed
the
with facts
nickname we
and
came
logic.
up for him.
Because I just destroy people with facts and
You
logic.
destroy people with bullshit.
And by
Destroy
facts and
people
logic,
with
it's
bullets.
like
With bullshit.
with bullets and bullshit.
Yeah, but if your argument can be destroyed with bullshit, it wasn't a very good argument.
That's fair. We should each just pick like one really like stupid thing to like just defend as feverishly as we can
bruh.
and get really upset.
When I was that was literally an assignment, and it was the worst thing I've ever had to do.
Wow,
How did
what
it go? What
defense
was
is
your, what was,
stupid?
Oh,
so
we
what
might
did you
have to
pick?
censor out the school.
Oh, that's fair.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, great,
what it
thanks,
was is you
everyone's making
had
sense
two
of stuff
people.
again.
There was three people, and then two of them took a stance. You had to take the opposing stance, and mine was the Flat Earth Society.
Oh.
So I
You had to
defended.
defend Flat
Lots
Earth.
of, lots
I had
of
to-
resources for that.
Oh man, all 6
The
pages
Flat
of
Earth
it.
Society
It's
has members all around the globe.
all around. The
All
globe.
around the globe, yep.
That's all right.
Just gonna bring that
There
one
were
up.
anti-vaxxers that people had to defend and
Oh,
all that
no.
stuff. So I mean, it was.
Yikes.
It was
Sounds like the
it
most
was
bullshit
rough.
thing
I'm out
ever.
on that.
It was an exciting adventure, but it is fun.
My favorite one was when I was in English class. We watched a video about all these different like people from all these different religions talking about like God and stuff, and the atheist woman was the funniest fucking person I'd ever seen in my whole life. Because there's one point she was like this like deep southern kind of chick, right? There's one point where she's like, "There is no scientific proof of JC Jesus Christ." And then there was one point where the host was like, if God is real, how could he allow 9/11 to happen? And this
true.
one dude verbatim says there's nobody in those towers that wasn't going to die anyway. I was sitting there and we were like, is this a school thing? You
Are
want to
we
show
allowed
us
to
this in
see
school?
this?
Oh, God.
I mean,
Oh.
they're right.
I mean,
Yes, they're right, but
They're right, but you shouldn't point it out.
shouldn't point it out.
Sometimes pointing
We're all
out the right
dying at
thing is
different
wrong.
rates.
At different
They just happen to
speeds.
die very quickly.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
unfortunate but unavoidable.
I'm sorry.
It's
Took a turn. This
Oh,
whole
God.
thing took a
Hey, look, a
turn.
spiderling.
Yeah, what the fuck is
Into
that?
the spiderling.
Spiderling does whatever a spiderling does.
Changes the topic
Races
really
at you
quick.
really quick.
Because we don't want to talk about 9/11 anymore.
Stop bringing it up.
No more. Of
You guys see that
topic.
airplane right there? It's getting closer.
Oh, God.
Jesus.
that one-
Do you guys have the Wi-Fi
Okay.
from the airplane? It suddenly
Did you
came
send
up.
me that? And the kid who's like, what?
When you're in a tower and you suddenly get airplane Wi-Fi. What?
And there's like a kid
Oh.
like, what?
Whoa.
Wow, we did not change the subject
No.
effectively.
Oh, God, it's sticking around.
Sticking around like the spider with no face.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, kind of works.
Spider Ant.
Yo, why does he keep
Spider
shitting on the
Ant.
screen?
That's not
Ew.
shit.
I was just wondering that
That's
too.
not shit.
It's not nice.
No.
Not very
Unpleasant.
He's just excited. You can't
Nice.
blame him. When a
I
guy
have
comes
sushi
blasting
socks.
around.
I noticed your sushi socks, but I didn't want to comment.
I got them for Christmas.
Why weren't you going to comment on them?
Because it's sushi.
It's
Because
weird.
it's sushi.
Do you don't like sushi?
What am I supposed to
love
say?
sushi,
You
that's
know, I was
why I
just
have
looking
them.
at your feet, and I appreciate your socks. Like,
Kyle,
I
that
was
is a
looking at your
totally
feet.
normal thing to say because at the moment her feet are at head level.
Yes,
That's
they are at a
totally
very,
eye
they are at a
level.
level where it is
Design
okay
is
to.
directly in-
Kyle
You're
will
not
just bring
going
up
out
feet
of your way to look at them.
at any chance he can get.
You know, I did notice your sushi socks, but I'm glad you brought it up so it wasn't awkward.
There we go.
actually, I was waiting for
I
someone
brought
else.
it up
I was waiting for
because
someone
I
else to bring
like
it up.
them. Because I like them.
They're
so I
very,
wanted
they
to
are
bring
very
them
nice
up.
socks.
Because
You
I
should
wanted
maybe-
to.
I got hockey
made a
ones.
You should
point.
take them off so I can get a closer look.
Fuck
Okay,
it.
now you made it weird.
Yeah,
See,
Kyle.
this is the issue.
I'm sorry.
Jeez.
It's just all about
Kyle's a
feet.
speedrun
Rewind.
of making it weird.
YouTube rewind.
You're a speedrun of making it weird.
Takes
I'm
10
speedrunning,
seconds.
ruining my own life.
No, Brendan, you got.
Can you put that on a
hockey ones, didn't
mug?
you?
Oh,
Yeah, I
it's-
got one.
Can you put that on a mug?
I'm on world record rate.
Speed running, making it.
You
weird,
can't
yeah.
change the past, but you can still fuck up your future.
Yes.
God.
Ba-da-ba.
I got hockey ones which had like hockey pucks and sticks on them.
Yeah.
They're pretty cool.
Hockey
Are we?
fucks.
What are we talking about?
Socks.
Okay, good.
I got.
But you also got a hockey stick.
I didn't
Yes,
get
that's true.
socks, but I
Yes.
did get pajama pants with the Avengers on them. Like I was 5, and it was pretty awesome.
Nice.
Very, very.
Not even wearing them. Okay.
They're
Yeah,
dirty.
man.
I slept in them.
Are you gonna edit
sleep in
Michael
socks?
Rosen in there?
If I can,
What?
maybe.
You sleep in socks?
I do sleep in socks.
Stop making
You got
the
a problem with
noise.
that?
Nice.
I find
If
that
you can
I
line
don't
up the
sleep in socks,
audio
my
with
feet
that.
get cold,
My
and
feet
then
get
if I
cold.
sleep
No.
in
You're
socks,
making
my
my
feet
job
get
harder.
sweaty, and then I take the socks off.
Sorry.
Just like go half.
Like one sock?
Half
No,
with
like,
socks.
We're like,
How can you go half with
you
socks?
lower the sock to like around here. And
just
then
wear
that
like
way-
foot booty shorts.
Yes.
What?
Jeez.
Bougie shorts. Oh no.
If that's not a thing
Put that on
already,
a mug.
check
There
out.
are,
merch
there are
for the
many
Pushing
things that
Button
we
store.
say that we. Yeah, I know there are many things that we say that could end up
We
being
start
merch
selling
one day.
merch.
You have
You know how much money we would make off these mugs?
Cut back in here.
careful, Corey.
Careful.
Careful, Corey is.
least
I
one.
really hope that becomes a
Careful,
real thing.
Corey.
Careful, Corey would be my favorite.
Be careful, Corey.
A hat that says "cut back
It's
in here."
it's from a Wreck-It Ralph video game. The video game that we played
Yeah.
without me having actually seen the movie.
Now we can play a new Wreck-It Ralph game that you've seen the movie.
Oh, great. That's
We're
not
just,
what I wanna do.
all that's left is just games with Ralph in them. Like Disney
Yeah,
Infinity,
because
so.
we played the
Just
official Wii
crossovers.
one. It's the
Yeah.
only one we actually completed.
I got 420
Yeah,
XP
no,
on
that's
that
not true.
kill.
They flushed away.
Well, yeah,
I'm
but
sorry.
that hasn't come out yet.
It hasn't. Probably will by the time this
Oh,
is
it
done.
probably will by the time this is done. Yeah, because I'll probably be editing all of it.
Yeah.
Nice
Woo!
grenades, bro.
Yeah,
Especially
right? It
since
went
I
way
still have
past
another
them.
session of Borderlands.
I
to
mean,
edit.
that's why I said we probably shouldn't play
Yeah,
it.
but
because
I
we
like
already have a whole-
stockpiling stuff.
I guess.
Because now, when I'm back in
I don't mean to alarm you, but you're about
University
to
town.
die.
Oh no.
But then you're gonna
Well,
like
my
get sick
my
of
health is
doing Borderlands.
degenerating
Is the
now.
only
Come on,
problem.
there we go. 420 XP. Booyah. For the memes.
Well, you said you filmed like 3 hours of something at one point.
Richard and I did like 3 hours of Yoshi's Island, but then the mic stopped recording halfway through,
Oof.
which
And we
sucked. 'cause
lost that epic spam
we
call.
lost the spam call you got from
Ah.
the chick from Las Vegas.
Rest in peace.
Do you want
To
to
the
tell that
woman in-
story?
yeah, let's
Because
hear
it's
it.
fantastic.
I feel like you should tell this story.
Okay, so
You'll
almost-
just drop nuggets of truth in there.
He'll point out if my
hell?
story is bullshit or not. He'll be the fact check. He'll be my Snopes. Okay, so we were doing Yoshi's Island.
All right.
And then he gets a phone call, and
Okay.
you have this policy where every single time you get a phone call, you answer it.
That
Always
is-
answer. Like 9 times out
Like-
of 10, it's a computer and it's boring. but that magical 1 time out of 10, it's a human. And
I'm
you can
actually so
fuck
tilted
with
that we
them.
didn't get it because this was fucking hilarious. She was asking him
I got
questions
another
about
one.
like, what's your opinion on Las Vegas or whatever, and he's like, yeah, I like Vegas. Like, you were saying it, you weren't like being.
I was trying
You were
not
playing
to
along?
laugh,
You
but I
were-
don't think I did a good job.
You were answering her questions, but you were saying it in like your weird way of communicating.
Oh, it's the bitch.
But like you weren't being disrespectful or
Talking?
anything. Like I don't know, you say things like you instead of saying I like Las Vegas, she's like I like the Vegas.
I like how
the
we're
Vegas
just
is
meeting a
good.
new character and no one's paying attention.
Or like whatever.
Point taken.
Lilith.
And it's like
Lilith,
she's dead.
dumb
Everyone
bitch.
meet Lilith.
Everyone
Hi,
meet
Lilith.
Lilith. We
I'm in the
hate
middle
her.
of a
She's
story,
a dumb
Lilith.
bitch.
Can you wait?
She's a bitch.
She's a dumb
Is there
bitch.
another I, or is it just Lilth?
Lil.
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 Okay, so anyway, and Richard, sorry, this is fantastic.
Okay, just keep telling it.
And you
then.
got and
We'll
and
watch
she
it
was
again.
like at one point, and then finally she was like, "How old are you?" And you're like, "I'm 19." And she's like, "Oh, so that's why you're acting so immature." And then she hung up. But like, he wasn't even acting immature. He was just saying things kind of weird, like unintentionally.
You can't
Yeah.
change the past, but you can still fuck up your future.